Hello and welcome to the first episode of Overrated or Underrated. I am here with Bonakai, and how are you, my friend?
I'm good, thanks for asking. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I'm absolutely happy to. We are about to head into the semifinals of the playoffs. Obviously, you're playing in them yourself, and so in that matter, how has the split been so far for you overall?
The split has been so far very good for us as a team. The team environment is really good. We play good games, win sometimes. Game 1, I'm looking at you.
Don't we all though, right? I mean, looking at how the how G2 played the other day.
Sorry,
oh
that was
shit.
the phone. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. So even they int, so I guess it's not only at this level people int and organized play. Alright, good. So to cut straight to the chase, I'm gonna give you some topics for you to decide whether are overrated or underrated and why you think it is. You ready?
Sure. Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, so as a support player, what are your thoughts on Stoneplate first item?
It's kinda overrated, to be honest. I think Zeke's is a really good item compared to the Stoneplate, but since if the other support takes the Stoneplate, you need to take it as well, since you won't be as tanky as him.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a mind game, basically.
Yeah. So basically it boils down to, will he take the Stoneplate? Do I need a Stoneplate?
So whoever comes to lane with a chain vest first, basically.
Yeah, basically, you know, it's gonna be a Stoneplate game.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So related to these tank supports that build Stoneplates, as a support main, you probably have some opinion about mage supports. Some believe, me included, that teams should more regularly play mage supports when, like, you see Braum and Tahm Kench being blind picked left and right. And what are your thoughts on that?
In all honesty, if I had hands on Zyra, I would probably play way more Zyra than I currently am.
So it's a mechanics thing then?
No, I just kinda dislike the playstyle of mage supports, so I didn't really bother to pick them up as much as I should have. For example, in the last tank meta, mage supports were like really fucking broken.
That's fair. I think there's a lot of people saying like this or that about mage supports, and I keep waiting for it to happen in pro play to see if someone busts it out, and we've been seeing a lot of like Zillion, and I guess that's technically a mage support.
Yeah, Zillion is really good in tank support, since he's basically doing the same job, but he's having the ultimate. The ultimate is the problem.
Yeah.
Since tank supports are mainly there for the burst damage, while mage supports are doing constant DPS.
This is very true, yeah. Then we have the 99% slow and stuff, which is really annoying.
And the double bombs.
Oh, just stand there forever.
Yeah. Don't move, like ever.
You get stunned, you get slowed, and you get stunned again. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Especially fun when you get to play the game, you know?
I mean, you basically don't get to play the game versus Zillion as a tank support.
No.
I played Braum into Zillion the other day.
Oof.
Wasn't fun.
That sounds very rough. Yeah, that sounds very rough. All right, so moving on to some more nearly lying stuff. So out of the teams that are remaining in SQ1, who's the most overrated team and who's the most underrated team?
I think NSG is the most overrated.
Okay.
And Absolved is the most underrated team. I think Absolved is the better team out of the two.
Interesting. So why is that?
When we played versus both, I think the Absolved, he has how should I put it? Better team play, better macro overall on the map.
So, why do you think then that NSG sort of pulled ahead in the split as a whole?
I mean, the split is best of one. Anything can happen in best of one games, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, best of one games are like hit or miss. You can int it or you can win it.
This is true. Yeah. I guess that's a fair point. I also think we'll probably get a good indication of which is the better team like throughout the semifinals. And obviously, like if either depending on who goes through, we'll definitely get an answer on it.
Yeah, we will definitely get the answer to that question.
Yeah. So sort of the same question, just regarding the players. Out of the players that are still left in the playoffs, who do you think is the most overrated and who do you think is the most underrated?
The underrated, definitely the Electric God, my AD carry. He had really good games overall during the split.
Yeah.
but how should I put that? We are constantly on the island on the bot lane.
Yeah, playing weak side.
We are basically playing weak side every single time, since we have the mid laner that can carry the top laner that is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
And a jungler that kinda pops off sometimes, kinda in sometimes. So we need to have the mental fortress on top and mid, since they're working with a jungler that kinda wants to int every single game.
Yeah. I mean, junglers want crabs, you know?
Yeah, they want those goddamn crabs so fucking much.
They'll die for them every time. I know the pain. So, okay, cool. So, who do you think is the most overrated then?
I think they're overrating. Give me a second. I need to think on this one.
Yeah, check some. You can check some rosters if you want.
That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, I can see your screen lighting up.
because I don't remember all the players. To be honest, completely honest.
That's perfectly fine.
but I'm currently there are NSG.
Yeah.
Us.
Sparks and Split Raiders.
And Absol.
Obviously. Yeah, Absol. Yeah. The 4 teams.
I think the most overrated player is Dekara.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Shambles stomped him 2 games in a row, so he literally stomped the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And everybody's praising Dekara as the best mid laner in the league.
Wait,
so,
really? I haven't heard that. Maybe I'm just too old and slow to...
I mean, not the best mid laner in the league. That's obviously Shambles.
Okay.
A little bit praise for my mid laner, but
I think someone in Absolved is probably gonna disagree with you on that. You know?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I can already see it in the comments down below.
Any truers in the chat, you know?
Yeah. But I think the Emil and the Kara are like slightly below Shambles.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, after all, we'll find out, you know?
Yeah, we'll find out in the semi-finals or the finals.
Exactly. So, the answer will be there, hopefully. Alright, so, more general question. Tier lists, overrated or underrated?
Sure. Tier lists.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Oh, underrated?
Underrated for now, for this meta. Really fucking underrated, since meta is like, whoever gets the best picks wins. Yeah. In my opinion.
So do you think then tier lists are underrated when it's for champions only?
No, they're overrated for champions. If you're really comfortable on one champion, and he's not meta, but you still play it and do good on it, it's highly overrated for champions. Yeah,
no, I would agree with that. I think comfort is obviously...
Comfort is more important than the pick, than the champion that is in meta.
Yeah, I mean, the champion doesn't matter if you can't play it, right?
Well, like, for example, tanks on top should be good now, right?
Yeah.
But Nazgul is still playing split pushers and bruisers, dueling champions.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably because that's what he's best at, right?
Yeah, that's what he's best at.
Exactly. So that, I mean, you have to play to your strengths at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're playing to our top side.
True. I mean, weak side bot lane. Just play Ezreal Yuumi every game and you just let Nazgul run away, right?
Yeah, let Nazgul run away and then sit on Nazgul's lap whole game as Yuumi and heal. Yeah.
Just like 15 minutes into the game, you're like, alright, AD carry, I'm leaving. See you, man.
Yeah. Going to Nazgul's place. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, you can play 1v2, I don't care anymore. Bye-bye.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so about AD carries, and more so on the LEC, Caps as an AD carry. Overrated or underrated?
Overrated. I think Pax was way better than Caps.
I think most people would agree with that. But I also think, like, Caps isolated.
Yeah?
If you don't compare him to Perks, do you still think he's overrated? As an AD carry?
Isolated. He's okay, he can play it.
Yeah.
He's okay.
So he's
average for the LTS level.
So he's basically Attila then. He can play it, you know? It's okay.
Not Attila. Slightly above Attila.
Okay, fair enough.
Way above Attila.
I was about to say Attila plus, but that would be mean.
Nah,
you know?
that would be really mean.
Yeah. All right, cool, fair enough. I think most people would agree with you that Perks was the better AD carry player. So I guess we'll see for Summer Split whether or not they're gonna swap back or not.
I mean, in my opinion, they should swap. Perks is like really comfortable ADC position. You could see it the whole last year.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think if now that Spring doesn't really matter for Worlds anymore, I think if they're smart, they'll swap back. But it's G2, so maybe Yonkos plays AD carry next split. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a complete toss-up. So, another esports question. Cloud9. Over, under?
Under. They're undisputedly the best team in NA now.
Yeah.
Fucking disputed.
Some would say that being the undisputed best team in NA doesn't mean anything. Because it's NA.
Yeah. I mean, we will see at Worlds, though, so...
Yeah. I mean, assuming they get there, it's still one more split to go, right?
Yeah, it's still one split, but... As far as you could see now, in this split, they can't lose to anyone.
No, I agree with that. I think in a normal scenario, Team Liquid would give them some challenge. And maybe they do in summer, I don't know, I guess we'll have to see, but right now it looks pretty solid that they're gonna win.
True. I mean, the first thing they need to do is ban Iski, his Zoe. It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah. The more I watch Cloud9, the more I get the feeling that Niski and Blabber are just 2v9ing every game. At least from the first to 15 minutes. Like the 2v2 in mid lane, they just pretty much win most games before the game even starts.
Yeah. That's solo queue for you.
Yeah.
And then LCS is solo queue.
Mid is jungle diff? What? Hello?
I mean, Blabber is really good, but Niski he's playing fucking perfectly, in my opinion.
He's playing really well. I would agree with that.
Sven is playing better than the last season as well, so that's a plus as well.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, so, last question. You might not be aware of this, but there is a lot of people that are fairly confused about teams constantly first picking Renekton blue side. So, do you have any thoughts on this? Is that an underrated or overrated priority?
Renekton at the moment is a really good champion. That's it. That's just it. Yeah. He's really good with the Bork Rush. Yeah, his whole kit synergize is really good with Bork Rush.
Yeah, that's very true, yeah. Do you think, though, that he should be, first picked blue side?
I think, for top lane purposes, the first pick should be... Yeah, he has no counter picks in competitive now, so I think it's not really underrated.
Okay. Do you think it's just, accurately rated?
It's accurately rated, more or less, since he can do everything and the games don't go beyond mid-game that often, and his power spikes are in mid-game.
Yeah.
So it's a plus-plus situation for top laners.
Just make sure not to show this to LS,
Yeah. LS would kill me.
Yeah, he would probably kill you. Alright, so... Poor man. The amount of stress that man has gotten from just watching drafts in 2020, poor man.
I can just hear him play Ornn.
Yeah, it's I think he's probably gonna die of a heart attack at age 30.
Yeah, probably.
You just watched too many games of teams just first picking Renekton Elise and he just has a heart attack and dies.
I mean, if he sees one more game where there is an Renekton first pick, he's gonna die instantly. Just fall down. Last
time he saw that on stream, he just turned the stream off.
Yeah.
And just went to bed.
He was like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, fuck this. Alright, so... some dilemmas to round things off. Instead of rating things, you have to choose one or the other. So the first one... Would you rather play Zilean every game or Braum every game?
That's a tough question. But Braum probably.
Oh.
Even though he's boring as fuck to play, Braum.
Okay. Is it just do you like him a tiny bit more than Zilean?
Yeah, I like him a tiny bit more than Zilean. But just a tiny bit more. Yeah.
Tiny bit, just that little, yeah. Alright.
I mainly play him out of necessity since we are playing weak side, bot side. Yeah. And he just works without resources.
Yeah, he really does, and then you get the famous stone plate, and you just don't take any damage anymore.
Yep.
Which is Kind of stupid, but it is what it is.
Kinda.
Yeah.
3k HP supports at 15 minutes.
Yep.
Here we go. Right balancing team.
Yeah. You press your E, you don't take damage, you have 3k HP, just walk out of everything.
Yeah.
Good fun.
And
So.
then you just...
So.
Okay.
Or did you have something else?
Nah, it's okay.
Yes. Okay. So in SQ1 we have a couple of players that are, if not one tricks, they're famous for specific champions.
Yeah.
So in that matter, who's the better one trick? Nox or Vanguard?
Nox.
Okay.
Without a question, Nox.
Without a question, hands down.
This would be sound like a BM, but I played versus Vanguard in solo queue three times in the past.
Yeah.
The past week. Every time he lost the game.
Oh. Are you saying that like his team lost or he lost the game for his team?
His team lost, but he was a non-factor in all 3 games.
Okay. That's, I mean, isn't that what Riot just calls a bad game? You know, it happens. There's no inting here. It's just a bad game.
Yeah, same with like 200 LP that I lost in 3 days.
No negative gaming here, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. My 0 and 11 top laner is just having a bad game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you can't flame. Absolutely no flaming.
No flame, or you get banned. It's.
Yeah. I mean, the system as is it's good. The system for the banning is good. But in all honesty, soft inting is a real problem in solo queue.
It is, unfortunately. I'm not sure how you'd fix it without like hiring thousands of people to like.
Yeah, to watch the VODs. You need to watch the VODs.
Exactly. All right, last question. And this is kind of a tricky one, or maybe you already know this, but it's a deeper one. If you had to choose between having extreme talent but bad work ethic, or having god tier work ethic but little talent, what would you choose?
God tier work ethic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because talent can get you so far ahead, can get you that far to some point.
Yeah.
But without a work ethic to achieve something with that talent, you will be at that place forever.
Yeah.
But with a work ethic, you can progress slowly but surely.
This is true. I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. I think there are a lot of talented people across like various fields that just sort of stay talented, but they never get anywhere.
Yeah, because they don't have the work ethic to make the most of the talent they have.
Exactly. All right. So to round everything off, is there anyone or anything you want to call out? Anyone you want to flame, praise, or anything you want to promote?
I just want to praise the. Just give me a sec.
Have you prepared a list of like friends and family?
No, that. I wanna praise my mid laner for being a mental fortress.
Okay.
Since he needs to play with the jungler he has. My top lane.
Yeah.
For all the double buffs that our jungler gave to the enemy top lane, he had to play with it. As well for being a mental fortress. And I want to flame my jungler for being a fucking monkey that wants to die 24/7.
Nice. So good team spirit, in other words, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, for those who are watching, tune in to the semifinals this weekend on Twitch, starting at 2 PM, as always, to see Absolved, NSG, Split Raiders, and Sparks in action to duke it out to see who gets into the finals. And this guy will be on stream, hopefully running it down on Brom.
Yeah, hopefully.
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 Hopefully. Either that or on Yumi just piggybacking on Nazgul in top lane, you know?
I mean, they're probably gonna play Brom. Big side bot lane for life.
Ezreal Brom, every game.
Every single fucking Ash Brom.
Ash Brom
is the new thing now.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, thanks for having you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure as well.
Yeah, and have a great day forward.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me again.
See you, dude.
Bye.